Hello, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in between and beyond. My name's Jordy Coleman. You can call me Ginger Wolf. And welcome to another episode of Let's Laugh, a show where we go through a bunch of different comedians, watch a little bit of their material, go through a little bit of their life history and career, and then I do a little bit of a breakdown of some of the material that we just watched. I just realized I will have to post a comment in this for the link of what we're going to watch, so I apologize for that. I'm just going to do that super duper fast. And in this, going right onto my live, how unprofessional. And paste straight into the chat. So if you guys would like to watch on your own time, it will be there, and I will make sure to, when the live stream is over, to post it in there as well. My apologies. I am very excited about today because today we are looking at George Wallace, who is the first African-American stand-up comedian that we have had on our show thus far. And in all honesty, any stand-up comedian that's not a cisgendered white man is always welcome to me, because there is an overabundance of cisgendered white men that end up on our show, and will end up on our show because, unfortunately, it is kind of dominated. It's dominated by white cisgendered people. Well, hang on one second, sorry. Wow, okay. There we go. Okay, sorry, I was just setting up my second screen and it decided to go straight to my TV. So, sorry about that. Now, a little bit of housekeeping. If you are curious about the fact that I haven't really been doing my Let's Play and stuff like that, I have been dealing with a little bit of issues and stuff like that. I'm not going to bore you guys with a lot of the details, but a couple days ago I did have a tooth yanked out of my face, and that was not a pleasant experience. The first time I've ever had a tooth infection so bad that I looked like I was, well, half of my face looked like I was a mix of Alfred Hitchcock and Marlon Brando from The Godfather. So I had to scrub my brain for that reference there. Wow. I am still currently on pain medication and stuff like that for it, because holy shit, I did not know my face could balloon quite that much. But here we are. Also, if you guys are still curious, I am still running my cancer charity. I will be shaving my head in February for it, to donate my hair to Angel Hair for them to make wigs out of. Of course, being a redheaded stepchild, not in the literal sense, but in the metaphorical sense, redheaded literally. My hair is quite sought after for wig making, so for me it's one of those, the least I can do. I have hair, at least for the time being. You know, baldness is a trait that runs in my family, and I can see a little bit of thinning in the front. So while I have the hair, I feel it's just right to give it to somebody who definitely is going to need it. And who knows, perhaps one day, with all the hair that I will be donating through my lifetime, I'll end up with one of my own wigs, and that nobody will ever be able to tell. But that being said, we're not here to talk about me and my issues. We're here to talk about George Wallace, who I am kind of familiar with. I have definitely seen him doing stand-up and stuff like that. He is extremely funny, but having just a quick look over on his Wikipedia page, I discovered some very interesting things. I'll share them with you guys as we get to them. But I'm actually really sad that I haven't looked more into him before today. I try to go in relatively blind. I mean, I'd like to give a little bit of a once-over on their Wikipedia article to make sure that there's nothing blatantly controversial about what they have done in their past and stuff like that, such as comics like Louis C.K. and stuff like that. And of course, eventually we'll be coming to somebody who has a massive, it has had some massive issues with controversy in their lifetime. I'm not going to name drop them because it's not about them. This is about George Henry Wallace. He is definitely an older gentleman. He was born in 1952, and we're actually just over a month, well, about a month and a half away from his birthday, so happy early birthday, George. He's an American comedian and actor. Wallace has had supporting roles in a number of films, including Three Strikes, never seen it. Coen Brothers, and the Coen Brothers filled Ladykillers. I think I saw that. I don't really remember. He did also appear in Batman Forever as the mayor of Gotham City, which I kind of remember his face from that movie. I don't really remember much else. It is kind of fitting that he also does have a special Live from Gotham, the comedy club. So I think that is probably the most fitting. And then he was in A Rage in Harlem, The Wash, Punchline, Things Are All Tough All Over. Things Are Tough All Over. Postcards from the Edge, and Mr. Deeds. I've seen, out of all those movies, I haven't seen Punchline, which is actually kind of surprising that there is a movie called Punchline that I haven't seen. I have seen Mr. Deeds, although I don't really remember the film too much, so I'm not sure if what part he played in that. Wallace made a brief appearance in the sitcom Scrubs, My Words of Wisdom, and in the sitcom Seinfeld episode The Checks, where he played the doctor that was distracted by the song Witchy Woman. He also appeared in the introduction scene to home video release Jerry Seinfeld, I'm Telling You for the Last Time, live on Broadway. As a fictionalized version of himself, he portrayed a man in a retirement home in The Last Laugh and starred as the mayor in Hubie Halloween. Really want to see Hubie Halloween now or Hubie Halloween? I really want to see that now. And of course, Last Laugh, anything that's revolving around comedy, I want to see it. I'm not sure if I still do, but I used to own Jerry Seinfeld, I'm Telling You for the Last Time, live on Broadway. I kind of vaguely remember that. And I'm not a huge fan of Jerry Seinfeld, to be completely fair, but as we kind of read through this, we will find that Jerry Seinfeld had quite an impact on this man's career. And that is, at least for as much hate as Jerry Seinfeld gets, and again, I don't hate the guy, I'm just not a huge fan of him, I will say that he has done quite a bit to enrich and enhance other people's careers occasionally. Understandably, he's kind of picky and choosy when it comes to that kind of stuff, because you don't know what kind of shit people hide in their brain and stuff like that, so I understand that factor. But if I had as much fame as Jerry Seinfeld, I would. I'd be trying to push as many people as I possibly could because, yeah, some of them are going to be assholes and pieces of shit. But for me, it would be better to have a reputation of pushing and encouraging up and coming people than it would be for other people to just kind of be like, I don't know. He doesn't really seem to be much of anything, really. But regardless, and that's kind of like, to be fair, Seinfeld's material is literally, as he describes it himself, the stuff in between the stuff you talk about with your friends. I don't think that's entirely accurate. That's his way of putting it, but whatever. So his early life and education, he was born in Atlanta, Georgia, to Mary Lou and George Wallace Sr. Wallace was educated at Linwood Park Elementary School and Linwood Park High School. So now I'm not sure if it's the same Linwood because, of course, a lot of places can share town names, and I'm almost certain it isn't because I'm pretty sure that that the Linwood that I'm thinking of is not in Georgia. But interestingly enough, another funny person who's actually from a place called Linwood is Weird Al Yankovic. He is also from Linwood. I think he is from Linwood, California, though. So, just a kind of an interesting side note. His mother died when he was 16, unfortunately. I understand that loss, prompting him to move to Ohio, where he found a job at Firestone Tire. As part of the company's tuition reimbursement program, Wallace enrolled in the University of Akron in Akron, Ohio, and he studied transportation, marketing, and advertising. Which that kind of surprises me because it seems like he doesn't market and advertise himself all that. Like, I'm not saying anything about his talent or anything because the stuff that I have seen of his stand-up is really fucking good. So I wonder why he hasn't used granted, this was probably in the 70s this was going on, so of course everything would change now. But I'm surprised he wasn't marketing and promoting himself back in the 70s to even give himself more of a name. I mean, people who had no knowledge of marketing and advertisement, like Andrew Dice Clay, became gigantic through the 70s off of what they were doing for marketing and advertising. I don't see any reason whatsoever why this guy couldn't have done even more. But of course, as they say, hindsight is 20/20. Upon graduating college, Wallace moved to New York City to pursue his childhood dream of being a comedian. Initially, success in comedy proved elusive, and Wallace worked as a salesman for an advertising agency to pay the bills. I understand having to do the 9 to 5 to keep the lights on and everything like that. Trust me when I say that. Wallace's break came when one of his clients opened a comedy club. The club owner was amused by Wallace's natural sense of humor and friendly demeanor and offered him a chance to perform stand-up comedy. In 1977, Wallace walked on stage for the first time wearing a preacher's robe and calling himself the Right Reverend Dr. George Wallace. That is a huge mouthful. His routine was completely improvised. He stayed in New York City for several years, perfecting his craft and living with friend and fellow comedian Jerry Seinfeld. I'm very glad he didn't stick with the Right Reverend Dr. George Wallace, because holy shit. Although, I will admit, I understand, because I am trying to hopefully one day achieve the longest possible name in history. My figuring is a lot of people already have a hard enough time saying the name Geordie. So I figure, because something that you're not going to see a lot around at this point, especially considering I don't have a Wikipedia article about me. My full name is Jordy James Robert Douglas Coleman. But I am an ordained minister, so technically speaking, I am Minister Jordy James Robert Douglas Coleman. My hope one day is to hopefully get a doctorate and get a law degree so that I would be Dr. Minister Jordy James Robert Douglas Coleman, Esquire. And thus I will conclude I will hopefully have the longest and most titles in anybody's name. Who knows, maybe one day I'll find out I'm related to royalty. And I'll have a prince in there as well somewhere. Who fucking knows? Anyway, in 1978, Wallace moved to the West Coast, where he quickly became recognized as a talented young comedian after one of his performances, producers from the Red Fox show asked him to write for the popular series, which that was huge. Fuck being black and white. Writing for Red Fox at that point in time, you pretty much could not be working for a bigger name in comedy in that era. You had Red Fox and you had Lenny Bruce, and that was pretty much it. And Lenny Bruce was having too many fucking legal problems for it to be really worth it for a lot of people to be working with. You could not do any bigger than fucking Red Fox at the time. However, after only 1 year of writing, Wallace returned to the stage. He became a regular at the Comedy Store in West Hollywood, California, which also featured artists including Richard Pryor, Rodney Dangerfield, Roseanne Barr, Jay Leno, and Robin Williams. All gigantic fucking names. Wallace also took his comedy show on the road, opening for George Burns, Dana Rose, Donna Summers, and Smokey Robinson. See, this is part of the reason why I love talking about comedians of yesteryear, because musicians used to hire comedians to be their opening act. This is a perfect example. George Burns, Diana Ross, Donnie Summer, these are not the only examples of this happening. This was a thing that was happening quite often. And I understand wanting to have, if you're a musician, you want a musician opening for you. If you're a comedian, you want a comedian opening for you. I understand that, trust me. But if there's a factor that you're sharing some of the same people, some of the same fans, why not drop a comedian as part of, you can have more than one opening acts. Why not have a comedian thrown in there? Or, if you're going to have multiple opening acts, or if it's a festival or something like that, let's use a comedian to host that shit. At this point, you pretty much it's just radio DJs. That's primarily the only people who ever host festivals and shit like that at this point. Throw a fucking comedian in there. Let's have some laughs thrown in too. It's still all entertainment. Wallace was named Best Male Stand-Up Comedian during the 1995 American Comedy Awards. He has explained that his routines are inspired by everyday moments in life. His social commentary proved popular with radio audiences as well. Wallace was a regular on the Tom Journey morning show. I've never heard of that one. Before joining Isaac Harris on the popular radio program, former WRKS radio station in New York City. He also starred in his own HBO special and has appeared on many television shows, including The Tonight Show, Oprah Winfrey, and Late Night with David Letterman. We could go through more of this. This part is the part that I kind of wanted to. In December 2007, Wallace suffered an onstage injury where he fell during a private party performance at the Bellagio Resort Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. He sued the Bellagio claiming negligence after tripping over loose wires on stage in April 2014. Las Vegas injury found in favor of Wallace and awarded him 1.3 million US dollars. That was a thing I wanted to point out. The reason why I wanted to point that out is because there has been stuff like this in the world of comedy for a long time, whether it's comedy clubs, whether it's big theaters, that kind of thing, where some people just don't give a shit what kind of condition they maintain their stage in. Plain and simply. And it does result in injuries and stuff like that. And when it happens, I love to see when the person who got injured get the money they deserve for the injury, simply because if you're not maintaining your stage, you should not be having entertainment in your place, period. That is as simple as it is. Your stage is meant to be for entertainment. You need to maintain your stage if you're going to have entertainment. Okay, I will climb off my soapbox now. Wallace has had political ambitions. In 2016, he considered running for mayor of the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. Wallace stated that as mayor, he would update the Las Vegas Strip with an easy-to-use monorail, close the Strip to vehicles, and expand the route system behind the Strip hotels. I don't know if that means like the Strip, like the Las Vegas Strip hotels, which is probably what it means, or like actual strip clubs or anything. He was best man at comedian Jerry Seinfeld's wedding. Wallace's nephew, Steve Wallace, played professional football with the San Francisco 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs. And now that I see that there are a few people actually watching this, for anybody who's not aware, and I said this at the very beginning, I had a tooth pulled a couple days ago, and it is slightly affecting my speech, especially when I'm trying to talk a little bit on the fast side. So I do apologize for that. If you've watched my show before, you know I get tripped up on my own tongue quite often anyway, so it's to be expected regardless. But here is a roll of a bunch of the movies that he has been in, which literally starts in 1982 all the way going to 2020. I mean, the guy was born in the 1950s, so he's, not surprised he's not really hitting the dirt on being in films. Although Larry the Cable Guy's Christmas Spectacular, he was a wise man. I kind of want to check that out. I wasn't interested in watching Larry the Cable Guy's Christmas special, but seeing him as a wise man, that I'm curious to see. And then, of course, a bunch of stuff on television as well. Just seeing if there's anything. Oh, he was in Bob's Burgers. Mr. Huggins. I'm trying to think of that character. Mike Tyson's Mysteries. I feel like so many people have been in Mike Tyson's Mysteries, which I think is kind of a really funny show. Like the idea of Mike Tyson essentially having a Scooby-esque type of TV show going around solving mysteries. It's such a dumb idea, it's almost brilliant. And History of the World Part 3, Episode 5. I'm interested in seeing that, but we're not here for that. And apparently he released his own biography called Laugh It Off. And that's actually, for the first time, we went through pretty much an entire person's Wikipedia article. We just usually go through some highlights, but this article is so short. So with that being said, well, without further ado, let's get into the comedy special. Let's check out George Wallace live, large, and in charge.
Ladies and gentlemen, the funniest man in America, George Wallace.
George Wallace. I'm gonna move very quickly, so as they used to tell us in school, get your thinking caps on. George.
And them old big head boys. George Wallace.
A little bit of music. I did a little music. Did you see me do that little dance? Did you see that I did a little magic? Did you see me do the magic? I stopped that music. That was magic. You didn't know I did magic, did you? See, I stopped the music and I can.
George Wallace. George Wallace.
Got a big old man checking me out over here, too. Well, let's give him a little bit, too. Come on. Come on, put your hands together. Let's have a good time. Yeah. Come on. Hey. Yeah. Let it play for 15 minutes. Let it play for 15 minutes. I have no jokes. The joke's on you. I already got your money. Tell me that ain't funny. If you got to go pee now. You got 14 minutes. Y'all think I'm kidding, don't you? 13 and a half minutes, you better go.
George Wallace.
That's good. How you doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? Make some noise, make some noise. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be at this casino. Are you winning money? No. You're not winning money? I am so surprised. Every time I see them put up a new hotel, I'm going, oh, people are not winning money. Let me give you some advice. Do what I do. When I come to these casinos, I get off the airplane, I go straight to the casino cashier, I give them all my money. Ain't no need me wasting my time gambling. Only way you're gonna double your money here is to mug someone at the airport, get your ass on that airplane and go on back home. I'm just happy to be here. I know I'm gonna have a good time. Anytime I come to the city, I know I'm gonna have a good time. Just flying into the airport, you can start laughing. When I flew in here and saw that sign that said the International Airport, I started laughing. The International Airport. Let me tell y'all something. The only thing international around here is the International House of Pancakes. Okay? You can just have some fun when you come to this city. And all you people that live around here, it's okay to take your Christmas lights down. Take them down, okay? It's just you people are crazy. What's wrong with you people? And you drive like you're crazy. What is wrong? Let me ask you people a question. When you go to an intersection in this city, the light changes to yellow. What's the legal limit here? 8, 9, 10 cars can go through. Zoom, 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 zoom. You people are crazy. Let's just drive around the city. So many things are happening in this city. You can have fun just driving. Listen, I'm driving around through the city today. I saw a health store. What do you call it? A gym. 24-hour fitness center. 24-hour fitness center. Open 6 a.m. to midnight. What the hell is wrong with you people? Kinko's open 24 hours a day. Who the hell needs a cop of anything at 3 o'clock in the morning? I saw another clothing store. They sell blue jeans. And the sign outside said, if we don't fit your size, we'll give you a free pair. Give me a free pair of what? I'm walking around in a pair of culottes, you know what I'm saying? You people are crazy in this city. I saw Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Baskin-Robbins ice cream, as old as you are, as old as I am, all our life, how many flavors? No progress whatsoever. Come on, Baskin-Robbins, be creative. Look at Ben and Jerry's, they got Chunky Monkey. Cherry Garcia. But you can have some fun in this city. Yes, you can. And the airport out there, I don't know who put that airport so far out of town. Why was my cab fare higher than my airfare? To get down here. I think all airports should be like the old airport in Hong Kong. They had an airport in Hong Kong where the airport was right downtown. 70-story skyscrapers on both sides of the runway. People go, yeah, yes. It doesn't matter where the runway is, either you hit it or you don't. So I think all airports should be right downtown on Main Street. The light changes to red, the cars stop, airplane land. Go around the corner, let you off at your house. So I get in my car, I'm still laughing, driving in this city. Just driving, I saw a sign, orange and black sign, men at work. You've seen that sign? Have you ever seen men actually working? Let's keep driving. Here's another sign that says fork and roll. Fork and roll. Let's say I'm in a country where they don't use forks. Let's say I'm in China. Does the sign say chopsticks and roll? You can see some stupid signs driving around here. Road slippery when wet. Most things are. Let's keep driving. Let's go over to Arkansas. Here's a sign that says hidden driveway. Hidden driveway. Now, why waste your money and time putting up that sign? Somebody's gone through all this trouble of hiding this driveway. You're going to put up a sign. I know it's around here somewhere. Because I saw that sign. I know it. Let me turn the radio down. I can think better. Stupid signs, you see. Saw another sign, and the sign said, quiet hospital zone. Nothing making noise but the ambulance. Y'all know I'm not making this stuff up. Y'all can do some stupid stuff around here. Then I'm driving today, I had to move recently. Anybody ever move? Moving has got to be the worst thing you could ever do in life. First of all, when you move, you find shit that don't even belong to you. But what do? Pack it up, move it on to the next door. So I had to move, and I had to go buy some boxes. I went down to the depot, what is that place called? Office Depot, to buy some boxes, and I did not know boxes cost so much money. $6.70, $9. And I'm going, how many boxes? Ooh, that's a lot of money. So I asked the guy that said, how much does the box cost that the boxes came in? He says, you can have that one. I said, well, come on, let's restock these shelves. So I happened to move, all of my belongings are in boxes. And so I'm down here driving in this beautiful place, and I see this store called Sam's Club. Now, I've never been in there. It must be pretty nice. A lot of cars outside. Let me run in here and get me a bottle of deodorant. Oh, you already know. Does anybody else in here need deodorant? I didn't know everything came in bulk. Giant, supersized, and Shea Stadium, just huge. Everything is huge. Let's say you like peanut butter. Let's say you really, really, really love peanut butter. You like peanut butter so much you like to stick your whole head in the jar. They have these at Sam's Club. Everything is huge. I bought a bag of marshmallow. I use it as a mattress when my friends come over. Everything is giant. I bought a box of preparation eggs, put it on my back porch, and it sucked all of the water out of my swimming pool. So now you're moving. I got a house. I don't know about these things. I got to run down and get a new mattress. Went to get a new mattress, got down. I heard it on television, $99 for the mattress. I didn't know. Went down there, let me see the mattress on TV, $99. The man says, you plan on sleeping over 2 hours? He said, just show me the mattress you saw on TV. He says, there it is right over there. Go ahead and try it out. I jumped on that thing. That thing folded up. I looked like a giant burnt hot dog. You talking about a pig in a blanket, Jay. It's crazy when you move. You got to do all kinds of things. Then I had to buy some carpet. Went to the carpet warehouse. Y'all been down there? Go to the carpet warehouse. I'm looking at all these different grades and shades of carpet and the Berber, the shag, and everything. And I'm walking in different colors and I'm looking and I look behind me. There's a security guard following me. In a carpet store. Where am I gonna put a roll of carpet? I can't put it in my pants. My pants are already full, you know what I'm saying? Man, so many things are going on down here. There's some more things I gotta talk to you people. You people are really crazy in this city. Yesterday, the weather. What's wrong with you people? Closed all your schools because it might snow. It might snow. What is wrong with you people? It might snow. The other day I was sick as a dog. I thought I was gonna die, but I didn't run down to the funeral home. It might snow. When you see 2 feet of snow and the kids in school, keep them there. We don't want those badass kids to come home anyway. Keep them overnight, then you won't have to close the schools the next day. Schools. Any teachers in here? Make some noise, teachers. I love you, teachers. If I was in charge of this country, that's the first thing I would do is give y'all a raise. You deserve better putting up with these kids here. You need to make more money. And I'm serious about that. Even though I don't know what y'all teaching these new kids. These new kids today are just completely different than we were. These new kids, what are you teaching these? Case in point, I went to McDonald's the other day. My total was $2.78. I gave the kid $3.03 and all hell broke loose. Sir, what's the 3 pennies for? The 19-year-old manager come up and, sir, why'd you give me 3 pennies? You got a scheme going on here? They pressed a silent alarm. Police came and locked my ass up. All I wanted was a quarterback. It happened to me in Atlanta the other day at the airport at Popeye's Fried Chicken. My total was $4.11. I gave the girl $5. I said, wait a minute, and I got you 11 cents. I already rung it up. What difference does it matter? Just give me $1 back. Keys? Let me talk about these new kids for a few minutes. These new kids today, they take life for granted. They're not like we were. Most of us in here are baby boomers. These new kids today, they take simple things in life for granted, like a microwave. We didn't have a microwave when we grew up. No, we wanted some Jiffy popcorn. We had to stand on the stove and shake that shit. Shake it till it's all burned up. Simple things in life they take for granted. The VCR. When we were kids, if we missed a program, we had to wait till the summer when there was a rerun. In the ATM. You know, y'all remember we were kids, the bank used to close early on Friday. 3 o'clock, we didn't make it to the bank, we'd be broke. We didn't have an ATM. We had to go to the MOM. And the MOM would send you to the DAD. And that's when you knew you were SOL. These new kids, they have everything we never thought about having. They got their own room. You see it all the time on television, get mad at the parents, slam the door, go in their own room. We had our own room. You know, we could have gone to slam the door, but it'd have been 5 or 6 other kids in there. They got things we never thought about having. A pager. Every kid today has a pager. Do we have pagers? No, your mama walk out on the front porch, hey! Get your ass in this house. It didn't matter who kids you were, you come right. These new kids today. It's amazing some of the things they have. Even the clapper. Well, we had the clapper. My dad had a clapper 30 years ago. Me. Turn the television on, boy. Cut these lights out around here. What's wrong with y'all? These new kids today, it's amazing some of the things that they do. You know, it's just, I look at some of these new kids, they stay out late. You ever see these kids 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? We're driving home, you know, they're trying to get in some trouble because as old as we are, we're trying to get in a little trouble ourselves. As my grandmother used to tell us all the time, ain't nothing open after midnight but the hospital and legs. Ain't nothing open after midnight but the hospital and legs. I used to come home real late. Boy, where you been? I ain't been to the hospital. These kids today, I'm telling these new kids, you know, they got their own clothing, you know, the hip-hop clothing. You see these new kids walking around with these jeans hanging down to the ground like they got a terminal case of diarrhea. My nephew said something to me the other day, I wanted to kick his ass. But I didn't know who it was. Got their own hip-hop language, you know, these kids, they got their little language and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's all good, it's all good. They're trying to cut a little cheddar. You're trying to cut a little cheddar, I know what I'm saying. Working on the bling bling, got the bling bling. You know what I'm saying? Holla! You know what I'm saying? I have no idea what the hell you're saying. And it's not all good up in here, up in here. Y'all about to make me lose my mind. Up in here. These young kids today. Most amazing thing they can do, they can talk back to the parents. Now, y'all know that's something we could not do. We could not talk back. My mama used to drive us down to the cemetery. She would drive us to the cemetery. She said, Junior, this is your plot right here. You can use it now, or you can use it later. But you're not going to be talking back to me up in here. Up in here. They got a thing called time out. You can't speak. Teachers teach them that at school. Time out. We had that too. Because my mama would whoop your ass. She'd take time out. Come back and get some more. I'm not through with you yet. No, we can't spank the kids anymore. Teachers teach them 1-800-child abuse. Hey, we had that too. My mama used to tell us all the time, you go ahead and you dial 1-800-child abuse. There's the phone right over there. Call it. 1-800-child abuse. When they get here, they'll find you in this position. Dial 1-800-child abuse. I'll be out of jail long before your ass get out of the hospital. These new kids today. Oh my, I'm just having so much fun. I was up in my room a few minutes ago watching television and President Clinton was on, boy. That's my boy, you know what I'm saying? I love President Clinton. I used to be rich when he was in office. And by the way, the Dow Jones was down yesterday. And you know what that means to people like me and you? Not a damn thing. I don't even know who Dow Jones is. I know he's very moody. But President Clinton was my dog. Let me tell y'all something. He invited me to the White House, and that's something y'all didn't do. But I wish you could. He was so nice and so charismatic. They tell me if you don't even like him after 30 minutes, you'll love this guy. He was so fantastic. Stay with us. You think a president would stay with you 10, 15 minutes at the most. 2.5 hours. He was just wonderful, just wonderful. We had a wonderful time. And I'm at the White House. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I stole some stuff. I ain't going to tell no lie. I ain't going in the White House and not steal me some souvenirs. You would have done the same thing, wouldn't you? You know, the sweet and low and the equal with the presidential seal? I took that, you know, the napkins and all of that stuff, you know, and I'm stirring my coffee with a sterling silver spoon. You got to go. So I'm walking. Okay, had a wonderful time. I'm getting ready to leave, and I get to the gate, and oh my God, got to go back through that metal detector. And so I said, well, I might as well go through with this. Went through, nothing happened. Then I was really pissed because I could have taken more silverware. President Clinton was so, oh boy, I can tell you some of the things. And I told him some things that I told him how disappointed I was in him. I did tell him that. I told him what happened, and when he came out and told the truth, I was very disappointed in that. I told him, I said, you always stick to your lie. You stick to your lie. Because they could have caught me on videotape. I still would have said, that is not me. That is not, run the tape. Back it up, run it again. Ladies and gentlemen, if I didn't know that was not me, I would say that's me. But that is not me. I did. And I told him, as far as asking Monica Lewinsky to lie, I would have told you should have told her to keep your mouth shut. Not right now, but, you know. And George Bush choked on that pretzel, bless his heart. He made it through, you know, and well, he's pretty much like his daddy, though. I remember his daddy had the country so screwed up we had people sneaking back into Mexico. But that's why I wished I were in charge of this country. I'd make a lot of changes if I were in charge of this country. This would be a much better country. Government wasting our money doing stupid stuff. The other day they had a $3 million agricultural study where $3 million on how big the hole should be in Swiss cheese. How big the holes should be in Swiss cheese. And I'm wondering, why do we have holes in Swiss cheese? Why am I paying for holes in Swiss cheese? Fill my holes up with government wasting our money. That was the first ripoff of the American public. Then the donut people heard about it. And the lifesaver people said, well, we might as well join in on this. But the government is always wasting our money. I was in Milwaukee last week. I told them how much they waste our money a few years back when they had that kid Jeffrey Dahmer. Had him in the court trying to find out whether he was crazy or not. That would have been the first law I'll pass. That's the first law I'm going to pass. Anytime you eat 3 or more people, you're crazy. Government wasting our money. There's better ways to spend our money. Put more toilets on the freeway. You've been on the freeway and the next rest area, 30 miles. I got to pee now. There are better ways to spend our money. Do some research. Find out why my brain freezes up when I suck on a Slurpee too fast. Government wasting our money. Even with the Taliban, that made me sick, bringing the Taliban to Cuba. These people used to living in the cave and in deserts. Now we bring them here and put them in brand new cubicles. They're living better than the people in Cuba. I wish that was, there's better ways to punish the Taliban. Now take them to Chicago and put them on the Jerry Springer show. Let those people beat the hell out of them. There's better ways to punish the Taliban. Take them to South Carolina, put them in a station wagon. Let Susan Smith drive them down by the lake. There are better ways to punish the Taliban. They have to pray 20 times a day. When they bow and come back up, have 4 or 5 Jehovah's Witnesses standing there. For the watchtower and the wake. Can I talk to you? Our government can do some stupid things. That's why I should be in charge of this country. If I were in charge of this country, we wouldn't have any foreign aid for 2 years. We'd keep all our money right here in America. Just think what America would be like if we kept our money at home for just 2 years. No unemployment, no homelessness. I don't care if you waste the money, we're gonna waste it in America. Now don't get me wrong, I know countries like Bosnia-Herzegovina. Matter of fact, if we can't pronounce your name, you ain't getting diddly squat up in here. You got a problem with fair trade with Japan. What is this unbalanced situation? When I'm in charge of the country, everything's gonna be fair. Every time Japan sends us a Toyota, we send them a Buick. That's fair. They send us a nice Sony stereo system, we send them some crap from Radio Shack. That's fair. Our government can do so. They had another survey, $15 million, a wildlife survey, said there's only 29 white rhinoceros left in the world. Only 29 white rhinoceros. What the hell do I care about how many rhinoceros left in this world? Now, on the other hand, had they come back and told me there was only 15 chickens left, now we got a problem. What can I do to chip in on this research? A lot of y'all laughing. Somebody came in and told me there's only 15 chickens left. I got to go. A lot of you be right behind me. I ain't telling you no lie. I love me some chicken. Chicken is good. I don't care how you cook it, shake it, bake it, broil it. Chicken a la King. Hell, you can call it chicken Don King. I don't care. I eat it. I love me some chicken. Chicken is good. And if you cook chicken right, another chicken will eat chicken. That's how good chicken is. They say carrots are good for your eyesight. Chicken is good for your eyesight too. Because if you love chicken, you can see a KFC sign a mile away. Chicken is good. And if there's such thing as reincarnation, that's the last thing I want to come back as. There's a chicken. Chicken has a bad life. Chicken has a short life. When the last time you seen a chicken having a 1-year anniversary party? Chicken has a bad life. A chicken is the only animal on this planet that never dies of natural causes. Chicken has a bad. You never even see a dead chicken laying on the side of the road, do you? Never see a dead chicken. Dead dogs, dead skunks, everything. But never a dead chicken. A lot of things you never see. You never see Boy Scout cookies. Why don't we have Boy Scout cookies? I guess they just don't trust us with the money, huh? You never see the Last Baptist Church. Always the First Baptist Church. And every now and then you see the second. One day I'm driving down the street, I see a sign say the Last Baptist Church. That's when I'm gonna get my act together. Things you never see. You watch television, you never see an episode of ER where they don't use that defibrillator. I don't care what the patient's problem is. Well, what's wrong with the patient? Well, the patient has a rash because the elastic on his drawers are too tight. Bring him on in here. Stand back. Give me 3,000 votes. Things you never see. You never see a Ku Klux Klanman all dressed up, standing on the corner by himself. They had a Klan rally in Birmingham. We went. I was driving around with the chief of police. We pulled one over. I said, "Get out the car. Now put your hands on the hood." We told him not that hood. We scared that man so bad he had to go home and change his sheets. Things you never see. You never see cats making love. You never see cats making love. Say what? Oh yeah, you can hear. You can hear. Now. It's ready for you now. Things you never see. You never see Chinese funeral homes. You never see Chinese funeral homes. Where do these people go? Next time you go to a Chinese restaurant to have wing ding do, you have to see Mr. Wing. I'm a very sick person. I'm a very sick person. The world is crazy. And the world, I might add tonight, I truly believe this. The world is coming to an end very soon. I believe this. Ask me why. Because black people starting to do shit we don't normally do. We're starting to do things we never thought about doing. The crematory in Georgia. 300, 400 unburied, uncremated bodies. And they put it on TV, and here comes a brother from around the house. Mama, go to the television real quick. Brother, I understand. I know what happened. He got a little backed up. He want to cut down on expenses, you know. No need to heat up that whole incinerator, and we got that 55-gallon barbecue grill back there in the back. Black people starting to do shit we don't normally do. The black lady in Houston ran over a man, drove him home. He's in the garage for 3 days. And she would check on him every day. He's out there on the windshield. She said she thought it was raining men. Black people doing things we don't normally do. Jason Williams, New York Nets, playing in the house, shot his chauffeur. I don't believe he did it. Couldn't shoot straight when he was with the Nets. But we're doing things we don't normally do. Washington, D.C. I was in Washington, D.C. when all of that came down. I ran out of gas. I sat in my car for 3 days. I called AAA. He sat in the truck for 3 days. I wasn't getting out. He wasn't getting out. And the government, what do? They go to court 9, 10 days trying to find out whether they should try John Lee Malvo as an adult. I say, if you can't buy your clothes in the children's department, you're an adult. I say, if you're old enough to shoot, you're old enough to be shot. Some of my friends said to me, George Wallace, you're always talking about you want to be such a Christian. Christ wouldn't do nothing like that. Well, he don't live down here no more. A lot of things changed since he left. I'm a very sick person. Very sick person. Watching TV in my room. We got too many stupid television commercials, too. Don't it make you sick? KFC Colonel Sanders on TV trying to rap, trying to dance. He need to be trying to make that chicken better. That's what it need to be doing. Chicken doesn't taste like it used to, does it? Y'all remember when we was kids, the chicken used to taste real good. Somebody's not using all 11 spices. I can tell you that right now. Some of these commercials, Taco Bell had a sandwich called a chalupa. A chalupa. I'm going, what the hell is a chalupa? I'm thinking, it must be that chihuahua we don't see anymore. Some of these commercials are crazy. Gatorade? I ain't drinking nothing, I'm gonna sweat the same color. These people drink Gatorade, they get on the bicycle, all of a sudden red shit coming out of the skin. Viagra, there's a commercial, the guy's taking a Viagra just before he gets in a race car. Getting ready to do 200 miles an hour, he just took a Viagra. You might grab the wrong stick. These stupid commercials. They have another commercial on TV running right now. Some religious organization, an ecological or environmentalists have gotten together. It's about conserving energy. They said the SUV vehicles are consuming too much gas. And their follow-up is, what would Jesus drive? Y'all seen that? What would Jesus drive? Well, I'm pretty much the smartest person in here, and I figured it out. He would drive a Honda. That's what he would drive. Because it says in the Bible, Acts 2:1, we shall all be in one accord. And when the Holy Ghost has fully come, they were all in one accord. I know what I'm talking about. We need to talk about smoking, too. Anybody want to stop smoking? I got a sure two-step method. First, go out and buy yourself a water bed. Then fill it up with gasoline. If that don't stop you from smoking cigarettes, that's your problem. And speaking of smoking, let me just say this. I don't think you should be allowed to sue cigarette companies. I really believe you shouldn't be allowed to sue cigarette companies. If you believe you should, I'll agree with you that we disagree. But I think you had a choice. It's like when you were a kid, a baby. Your parents, your mother, your father told you, don't touch the stove because the stove is hot. You never did it again, did you? So that's how I feel about smoking. If you're going to sue the cigarette companies, sue everybody. Sue Oscar Mayer. You eat 3 packs of bacon a day, you know what's going to happen to your ass. Hardening of the arteries, and you're going to have a heart attack and die. Sue everybody. Sue Sara Lee and Haagen-Dazs ice cream. That should come with a label. This product may cause your ass to spread. And you having to buy a new sofa. Sue Chinese restaurants. You go to a Chinese restaurant, eat your dinner, get the fortune cookie, that shit don't happen to you in 30 days? Sue them. Take it to court. That's another thing, going to court. Too many judges now. We got Judge Mathis, Judge Hatchet. We got Judge, I don't ever want to go to Judge Joe Brown. Boy, he's strict. Judge Joe Brown, I don't know why the first judge didn't give you 30 years. In any case, I'm gonna give you another 40 to go on top of it. And another thing, how come all the judges on television are black, but when you get to real court, too many cooking shows on TV. Y'all watch those cooking shows? Why? You know you ain't got that shit in your house. Sake mushroom. You got the emerald. Let's take it up a notch. Bam! Then you got the old lady that needs to retire. What's her name? The real old lady? Julia Childs. She's so old she can't even cook. She's leaning on. There's a nice breast of chicken there, and if you put some salt and pepper on it and take it over the oven for me, and I'll just take it. And her titties are hanging all down in the salad. You're some sick people in here tonight. Very sick people. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I'm from the South, and living in the South, I haven't been back. I was back at Christmas in my neighborhood, and went down there singing Christmas carols. Hark the herald angels sing. I was singing hark. That's a word nobody uses anymore. Hark. Unless when you go down south. You go to your grandmother and she in the bathroom. Hark! I'm going, what the hell is going on in that bathroom? Hark! I call it the sounds of the South. The sounds of the South. Hark! How about this one? The sounds of the South. And one thing about growing up in the South, by the way, any Northerners here tonight? How you Northerners doing? Let me talk to you Northerners for a second, because you need to be talked to. We Southerners hear the little jokes y'all do about us. We're not wrapped too tight. We hear you. Go ahead and make your little jokes. Some of them are funny. But I can tell you one thing, I've never heard of a Southerner saving up their entire life's earnings to retire up north. So come on now, we still love it. Some of your jokes are funny. Like, I don't think people who live in Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia should have porches on their houses. You ever driving down to the South? People got refrigerators and washing machines and freezers. Put that shit in the house where it belongs. You go over to Arkansas, they got a sofa. Living in the South. And one thing about living in the South, you got to go to church. I don't care who you are, you've got to go to church. If I never go to church again in my life, I have put my time in. We had to go to Sunday school, morning service, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, another church having a program across town. The choir's got to go over there and sing an A and B selection. 4, 5 o'clock, YPC, WW, BTU. 7 o'clock, night service. And my mama said, you better not fall asleep. I said, like hell I ain't gonna fall asleep. I said that to myself. You know what I'm saying? But going to church, that's why I'm a comedian. Because the preacher is the first comedian I ever saw. Because the preacher would tell a joke every Sunday. My bishop, Bishop G. Patterson, would tell a joke. He told me a joke, said some kids went to church from the detention center, and the little kid stood up to testify. The overseer snatching back down. He stand up there snatching back down. So the bishop said, let him testify. You never know what he has to say. So the kid sang a song, I ain't going to hell, no, no. I ain't going to hell, no, no. Hell is deep and wide. There's no joy inside. I ain't going to hell, no, no. And the bishop said, see, that wasn't bad. Why don't the choir join in? And the choir went, hell no, hell no, hell no. I ain't going to hell, no, no. But that's why I'm a comedian. The preacher will tell a joke, and the preacher will tell a lie. You go to your church Sunday morning, the preacher will walk up in the pulpit with the Bible in his hand. I won't be long. That's a lie. I wish I could get somebody to help me. You the only one getting paid. Oh, I'm trying to stop now. I'm trying to stop now. Well, sit your ass down. Always 2 or 3 members in the congregation. Take your time, Pastor. Take your time, fix it. I'm going, you shut the hell up. You know that game come on at 1 o'clock. And preachers make up words. They make up words like butterrock. Butterrock. You can raise all the hell you want to raise. Butterrock. Butterrock. They make up words. And what does that mean? Good God Almighty. I know I've been born again. The white people are looking at me like, what the hell is he talking about? Well, we make noise in our church. The preacher preaches, we talk back to the preacher. Well, it's getting good now. Tell you what you white people do. You're driving down the street one day, there's a hearse in front of a black church. Go in there. Go in there, you're gonna see some funny stuff. But I'm telling y'all now, don't laugh in the church. Wait till you get home like we do. Because you're going to see some funny stuff. And don't feel bad about not knowing the deceased. Because half the people at a black funeral, we don't know them. All we know is going to be some eating going on up in there. I don't even buy groceries anymore. I read the obituaries every day. Miss Lucille Johnson, homegoing service, 2 o'clock. And then I know 2:30, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Go ahead and cruise by the house. Get out the car and walk up in there. You see a lot of people in the house going. Then you hear somebody say, I don't know, but fix them a plate. And I can tell you what you're going to have on that plate. Chicken. Black folks can't die unless chicken is ready. Preacher still telling lies. My daddy died. The preacher, I have a few words to say. See, they'll change keys on you too. To say about Brother Wallace. Everybody knows Brother Wallace was a community leader, loved his wife, and loved his children. And that's when my mama said, go up there and sit at your dad in that coffin. Now that's just a joke, that's a joke. But the preacher get all up in his sermon, and I just want the family to know that Brother Wallace, he's not dead. He's just sleeping. And I looked at my mama, I said, the hell, his ass ain't dead. And we got this insurance money coming up in here too. Oh, he's dead. Now let me tell y'all something. I talk about a lot of funerals because I go to a lot of funerals. See, both my grandmothers had 21 kids. 21, and that's 42 kids. I saw my grandmama the other day. She's pregnant right now. Crazy glue can't keep my grandmama's legs together. We go to the funeral. Anybody ever been a pallbearer? Man, that coffin is heavy, isn't it? Man, I'm walking along with this coffin. I'm going, this thing is heavy. I must have the head. I said, hey, you flower ladies, put those flowers down. Come up here and help us with this heavy coffin. Come on, it's your daddy. I'll drop his ass. That's his shoe. You better come on up here. We get out the car. We approach the grave site. Uneven dirt everywhere. My oldest aunt approaching the grave site tripped and fell in the hole. She's still in there. She's 95 years old. Ain't no need of taking her ass out that hole. Save us a trip. The whole family is going, I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing. I'm not coming back down here in this hot ass sun. Got these fire ants biting me and shit. I ain't coming back down here. I could talk about funerals all day. And we need to stop wasting money on these funerals too. Don't you think sometimes we spend too much money on funerals? A friend of mine died. Well, yesterday, since I'm making this shit up. A friend of mine died. His wife bought him a $3,000 suit just to bury him in. Don't you think that's a waste of money? Yeah. Well, I want people to remember him as he was. I said, well, you ought to put some handcuffs on his ass here. And funeral directors make me sick too. They need their ass kicked. Any funeral directors in here? How y'all doing over there? Who the hell, what is wrong with you people? Funeral directors, y'all, you know when you leave the church, you leave the chapel, you go to the cemetery, just as you pull in the gate, you can see the little tent right over there. But for some reason, you funeral directors want to drive all the way around the whole damn cemetery. Like y'all got a new hole y'all want to sell or something like that. Some people need their ass kicked. People that pass you on the freeway and then go slower than you were going. Need their ass kicked. People at the grocery store paying for a loaf of bread with a check. Need their ass kicked. Holding up the whole line. Now we got to call the general manager over to prove the check. I can approve a $1.29 check. Get the hell out of the way. I pay for the loaf of bread. Some people need their ass kicked. Everybody that thinks Richard Simmons is in good shape need your ass kicked. A lot of people need their ass kicked. You ever go to somebody's house, they own a dog, the dog is sniffing your crotch and they won't do nothing about it? They need their ass kicked. Oh, he's doing that because he loves you. Well, I love you too, but I'm not humping all up on your leg, am I? Some doctors need, any doctors in here? How you doctors doing? Need your ass kicked. How come we have a 10 o'clock appointment to see you doctors, we don't get to see you at 11 o'clock, 11:15, 11:30, 11:45? And they walk out and say, be patient. Be patient. That's how they came up with the name. You be patient, MD, me doctor. Doctors need your ass kicked. Come out, what's the problem? The problem, I've been waiting on your ass for an hour and a half. What's wrong? Hell, if I knew what was wrong, I'd write my own prescription to go down to the drugstore, like Governor Bush's daughter did. Yeah, I said it. I don't understand this world. So many things I don't understand. Like, how come when dogs bark at night, they have to get that last bark in? You ever hear dogs barking at night? Y'all keep laughing, I'll keep barking. Things I don't understand. How come you never see bank robbers' pictures at the bank? You never see bank robbers' pictures at the bank. They're all down at the post office. Why? They're not robbing the post office. Because they know people at the post office shoot back. Things I don't understand. How come they got 18 handicap parking spaces at the Home Depot? Yeah, I said it. You know they can't get shit off that top shelf. Yeah, I said it. I talk about everybody. My best friend in Los Angeles, he's in a wheelchair. He's been pleading with me for years. Please write a joke about us. We want to be talked about too. You talk about everybody else, don't feel sorry for us. We can take a joke. We want to be included too. I told him, okay. I did, then I told him I'm pissed off at the government for spending $100,000 per bus to have a wider door and an elevator to lift their ass up on the bus. How about a rope? Give them a rope, hook their ass up to the back of the bus. When they get where they're going, just let go. Give them a long ski rope so when they go down the interstate, they go in and out of those iron cones out there. I talk about everybody. That's why I think this would have been a much better country had we all been midgets. We all should have been midgets. Midgets are good people. You ever think about that? Midgets don't give nobody any kind of trouble. When the last time you seen a midget on America's Most Wanted? Midgets are good people. They drive and they don't cut you off in traffic giving you the finger. Well, they do, but you can't see them, you know what I mean? Midgets are good people. You never seen a homeless midget? Midgets are optimistic, never, always looking up. Comfortable with who they are, their position in life. They don't look down on other people. They all have good jobs. You never see them begging out on the street. Go down to the unemployment office, you never see no midgets in line. Midgets work. Most of them work at the grocery store. Y'all know that? They work at Kroger and Safeway and Ralph's, places like that. Y'all know that? Well, when you go to the grocery store tomorrow and you put your food across that scanner, well, they underneath there adding that shit up. I need my ass kicked for telling that joke. You can boo me if you want to, but I bet you tomorrow when you go in the market, hey! Gary Coleman, Webster, they all. I'm a sick person. I'm going home and take my Christmas tree down now. But before I leave here, you people got to do me a favor. Stop saying stupid things. I'm sick and tired of people keep saying stupid things to me. I'm out here in the city today walking. Lady says to me, "You in town?" Why do people say stupid shit? Another man told me, "My wife gonna die when I tell her I saw you." I said, "Well, don't tell her." People can say some stupid shit. Lady told me, "I'm gonna be at your show tonight. I'll be there with bells on." I said, "How come you can't come in here and sit your ass down like everybody else?" Enough with the bells. I'm on the airplane, man sitting next to me. "You going all the way?" I said, "I hope like hell I'm going all the way. I didn't buy no halfway ticket." People can say some stupid shit. I'm waiting for my luggage. A lady comes up to me, "Mr. Wallace, you're mighty quiet today." I said, "Well, hell, I'm standing here by myself." Why do people say stupid shit? Somebody ran inside yesterday. "It's raining outside." Well, where else would it be raining? That's why you came in here, isn't it? People can say some stupid shit. A friend of mine told me he's going to build a house. He's going to build it from the ground up. I told her, that'd be a nice way to start it. You start with the roof. We need to hear more about this. Why do people say stupid shit? Every time I go to a fast food restaurant and order a hamburger, You want cheese on that? Did I order a cheeseburger? I ordered a hamburger, and I want ham on it. People can say something stupid. And don't do other people favors. Other people get jealous. They start making up phrases like, oh, he's just blowing smoke up your ass. Let me tell y'all something. If you can find somebody willing to blow smoke up your ass, you got yourself one real good friend there, you know that? I'm going to Atlanta tomorrow. I'm going to see my uncle, Uncle Bo. Now, Uncle Bo can say some stupid things. Uncle Bo is the type guy who will ask you a question and answer it at the same time. You ever find people like that? Ask you a question and answer it at the same time. How y'all get up here? Walk. What your mama send you for some sugar? Where your dad at work? What time you get off? 6 o'clock? What you kids doing at home? Ain't no school today? Why y'all ain't talking? Cat got your tongue? How come it's so hot in here? Y'all got the heat on? What you eating, boy? Chicken? What y'all watching, the game? Who preaching tomorrow? Reverend Johnson? Who new car in the driveway? Yours? Why you calling the doctor? You sick? Ladies and gentlemen, my mother and father here tonight, they've never seen me work before, as long as I've been working, and did I do a good job tonight? And I'm just so happy that you're here that I could share this with you with my mom and dad, never seen, and I was a little nervous with them being here, but I'd like for you to meet them. They've been such great parents, and I want y'all to meet them, my mom and dad. Come on. Come on, Daddy, get up. Turn around, say hello to the people. It's my mom and daddy here. I know y'all wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it in black and white. So. What y'all waiting for, another joke? Aren't you laughing at something funny? Police can say some stupid things. Cop pulled me over the other day, dyslexic cop. He gave me an IUD. Gave me a ticket for speeding. I told him I thought I was driving cautiously. I was trying to keep a safe distance in front of the cars behind me. Sir, you want to get out of the car? Hell no. You stop me, you want to talk to me? Come over here and sit down. Rodney King taught everybody, don't ever get out the car. That's another thing. Los Angeles, California celebrated the riots 10 years. How do you celebrate a riot? That is so stupid. I was out there when that happened. That guy, what's his name, driving the truck? Reginald Jackson. Reginald Denny. He needed his ass kicked. Yeah, I said it. Anytime you're driving an 18-wheeler tractor-trailer truck and you can't run over somebody, you need your ass kicked. I'd have had 18 gears, I'd have ran over 18 people, Jack. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. I'd have put it in the reverse. Beep, 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 boom, boom. It was a cement truck. I would have released that cement. There'd have been 10 of them standing there right now, memorial. Stupid things. We say stupid things because our parents said stupid things. I know my mama did. My mama said the other day, I'm going to redecorate the house. This time I'm going to do it differently. Anybody got any questions before I go? So what? What? How about my mama? I know you didn't say what I thought you said. What's wrong with you people? You hear J. Anthony Brown on the Tom Joyner Morning Show talking about my mama, and Whoopi Goldberg. Y'all got to stop talking about my mama. How about your ugly mama? I met your mama at the airport. She got a job sniffing luggage. It's a little game we play. Some of you know how to play it. It's called Joning. Some of you know how to play the game, right? And who got a joke? Hit me with one. Show them how to do it. Come on.
When did I time you seen your dad in the driveway?
My mama's so fat she had to iron her pants in the driveway. Okay. Let me tell you about your big fat mama. Your mama's so fat when she gets on the elevator, oh, it's going down. That's how you play. Some of you know one. Come on, give me another one. My mama's so fat, she's cockeyed every time she run around, she look around. That's just like your mama. Your mama, your mama so cross-eyed the other day, she dropped a dime and picked up 2 nickels. And I could have been your daddy, but your mama didn't have change for $1. Somebody had one over here, come on. My mama so stupid, she sold the television to pay the cable bill. Your mama so stupid the other day, she was walking by the YMCA, she said, look, baby, somebody spelled Macy's wrong. My daddy's so crazy, he put his air conditioning backwards, said he's gonna go outside and get cool. That's like your stupid daddy. Your daddy's so old when Moses parted the Red Sea, your daddy was on the other side fishing. My mama's so fat, she put on a yellow raincoat, they go taxi. Just like your big fat mama. Your mama's so fat, she got a real horse on her polo shirt. I know your big fat mama. And you leave my mama out of this. And I'll leave this out of your mama. Come on. My mama, so you got another one? Come on. Wait a minute, there's one right there, mama. Go ahead. My mama's so short, she jumped rope under the bed. Yeah, your mama's so short, we had to put hymns in her drawers. I know your mama. I heard your mama cooking it so bad, all the flies got together and fixed a hole in the screen. I hear your mama had so many children, the birth certificate read, "We the people." My mama's so black, what?
She sweat chocolate milk.
Oh, no, she did. My mama's so black, she sweat chocolate milk. No, you didn't either. I know you didn't say what you just said. My mama's so black, she sweat chocolate milk. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You have got, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. First of all, I hear they call your mama potato chip. I hear she's free to lay. Bam! My mama's so black, she sweat chocolate milk. Your mama's so black, she go outside during the daytime, the phone rates go down. Your mama's so black, you sprinkle salt on her, she look like deep space. And she's so skinny, she get in the car, she looks like the club. I know your ugly. Your mama's so ugly, she go in the woods, the trees pee on her. Your mama's so ugly, she walked by the bathroom and the toilet just flushed by itself. And I'm out of here. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'm George Wallace. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're too nice.
And we are back. That was fucking hilarious. I think I can say this pretty equivocally, at least from my perspective, and just looking at the comedians that have come before him and everything like that at this current point in time. This was probably the funniest comedy special I have seen on the show so far. Granted, we've only been doing this show for a little while now, but goddamn, that was so good. So good, in fact, that my Comedy Store, you are getting a subscribe, and we are hitting everything. And you know what? Just for the lark of it, let's see what other comedy stuff you have on here. Looks like you're mostly into music and stuff. Let's just click on the videos. Oh no, there's a lot of comedy on here. Mostly clips. A lot of clips. I think this might be more music. But thank you so much, My Comedy Store, for having this special available to us, because that was fucking great. They have a website, mycomedystore.com. We're not going to go to that, but here's all their social medias and stuff like that. Got to give credit where credit is due. That was fucking good. That was really fucking good. I will say, whoop, not what I meant to do. Let's hit back on that. There was one thing, and I'm going to come back to it here, but there's one thing early in the thing where he's talking about when he was talking about the teachers and the change and everything like that. I think another comedian stole that joke from him, because I've heard another comedian, and it was definitely more recent than this, say very, very close to a similar joke to that. And being that I actually had a little bit of a recent conversation about joke theft, I'm gonna leave that a little bit more to the end, because I don't want to go through all this. But goddamn, this was fucking funny. I still have a huge ass smile on my face from watching that. That was good. I don't even really want to normally at the end of this, we kind of go through some of their material, and I talk about some similar jokes that I may have and stuff like that. But this was, unequivocally, this was all George Wallace. Like, the only thing I will say about his material is, I remember seeing him, and I was kind of hoping that he was going to tell this joke, but like a great comedian, he of course doesn't tend to repeat his jokes, at least from the little bit of stuff I know about him. But he was also at Just for Laughs at one point. He had a fucking great set at Just for Laughs, and I'm pretty sure that was the first time I ever saw him. And I'm sure you can find the set at Just for Laughs. As a matter of fact, let's just take a quick look. Yep. And there's actually quite a bit of stuff. Oh, look, there we are, right there. Yep, that'll be it right there. Oh, and he has his own thing. Let's check out his, seeing as we won't be doing much of a... That's loud. Let's just take a quick look at his... He's only got 210 videos. Let's drop him a subscribe too. Yeah, something you don't see on live streams very often. People subscribing to other people's YouTube channels. And today we saw it twice. It looks like we got his pretty standard social media affair. I just kind of want to do a little bit of a skim through. Oh, look. that was his 80s and 90s mix there, apparently. So that's probably highlights and stuff from the 80s and 90s. Steve Harvey, the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Hoodie Award. So, but yeah, I thought that was really goddamn funny. But just to kind of cap everything off, as I said, there was a bit that he did, and it looks like we don't have anybody watching. So, but there was the bit he was talking about trying to get the change back when he was paying for stuff, and I'm sure I've heard another comedian say almost exactly the same joke. And I'm going to kind of leave this off here, and I feel like this would be... George Wallace is a really good comedian to leave this off on before we sign off. And that's that the difference between a joke thief... If you are a fan of comedy, and you yourself want to know the difference between a joke thief and somebody who's actually writing material, go to comedy clubs and watch comedians. And you'll see there are two different types of comedians. You'll see one comedian who is working and writing a joke. You'll hear the concept, and then the next time you see them, it'll be just a little bit different. Or if you don't see them for a while, it might be hugely different. But it'll be different, and then it'll be different, and then at some point they'll hit the mark that they were looking to hit, and they'll have the joke the way they want it, and it'll be funny, and it'll be great. A joke thief can't and won't do that. A joke thief will exclusively... They'll steal the joke, they'll say it one way, and then that is the only way they will say that joke. Period. They won't deviate from it because they know that version of the joke works, because that's why they stole it. George Wallace, though, absolutely 100%, he is a comedian, he is a writer, and he is absolutely fucking hilarious. That was goddamn great. With all that being said, thank you all so very much for joining us today. I had an absolutely great time. And our next comedian of honor is the one and only Louis Anderson. And I'm very much looking forward to Louis Anderson because I love Louis Anderson as a comedian, as an actor, as a game show host, everything like that. And there's really just no other way to put it. I am looking forward to it. And it promises to be a fucking damn good time. So with that all being said, thank you very much for watching. My name has been Jordy Coleman. You can call me Ginger Wolf. Always remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do. You should probably stay away from most things that I would do. And always remember, take care and keep laughing.